Hey everyone, it's Joey from the Wildwood Video Archive and the Wildwood Boardwalk Facebook page. And lately I've been having a lot of questions from you guys asking how do I make my Wildwood pins? And so today I wanted to go through that with you. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let's get started. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, let me go ahead and show you. Every single year I put together 2 to 3 pins to release to sell to you guys. It's roughly about 100 to 150. It's a very limited edition sale because I realized back 2 years ago that Wildwood doesn't have any pins. You know, you go to Disney and they have an entire kiosk almost everywhere filled with thousands and thousands of pins, and Wildwood doesn't have any. And it's funny because I've always collected pins my entire life, and going back in time, the only time I ever had a pin from Wildwood was like the late 90s. And that was like a third party, had nothing to even do with the Wildwoods. But long story short, I said I need to bring pins back to the Wildwoods, and so I did. So far, I've done 6 pins, just to show you them. Got the Wildwood sign. That was my first one I actually ever did. And you can see, kind of made that one wrong, made it too big. It was about 2.5 inches. Oops. The next one was the tram car, which I absolutely love. Watch the tram car, please. The North Wildwood sign was a fun one. That was this one's past Christmas. And then last summer's 2018 summer, that's Mariner's Landing. I made this one's a limited edition, kind of like an addition to if you had purchased it. My pin within the first, I think, few hours that you kind of had gotten one of these in the mail. It's actually an original Wildwood sign, which is kind of cool. And then the latest one, which I just finished and just got in the mail literally yesterday, is the North Wildwood Herfield Inlet Lighthouse. You can check that thing out. It's hard to see with the light, but long story short, today I'm going to show you what I did to make this, how I even got to this. So let's get started. So making a pin is more or less, I don't really decide which one we go with. I put it online. We have a Facebook group, if you check it out, it's called Wildwood Talk. And that's pretty much my first go-to place when I post new products, or if I have any questions, or if I put up polls, or in this case, designs for new pins. I'll put up a poll, and pretty much I'll have everyone pick one that they like, and the one with the majority likes, I wind up doing. Now, it takes a while for me to design a new pin, and mostly because I have to hand draw them all myself. Let me show you. I went ahead and took about a half an hour, went to the lighthouse itself, took multiple angles to find the best angle of the lighthouse I can see. Then once I went ahead and took that photo, I brought it home, pulled it up on my computer, and there's 2 things I could do here. 1, I could digitally draw it out through Photoshop, or 2, I can actually draw it myself. When I'm doing pins that are like retro ones, and they're mostly like pictures of things that no longer exist, I have a light pad here that lights up, and I'll actually draw it on another piece of paper, then scan it in the system, and then kind of bring that up. But in this case, the lighthouse is still here. Thank God, man, it's such a cool lighthouse. And so I drew it based off of this photo, and you'll notice that from this photo, I can compare it to you with our final draft, and they look 100% alike, and that's why. But once we decided on a photo, it's when the drawing started happening. Now the drawing, this probably went through about 8 rough drafts. We'll scroll through them right now, but it took a while to finally get the one that I liked. Once we finally found one that I liked, I went ahead and threw it up on the Wildwood Talk page. And even from there, I made a couple more changes. I added a water spout and a couple other things just so that it could look good. And then I sent it away to a company up in California, who then gave me all the dimensions, found out it was going to be 1.25. We picked the right colors, and then they manufactured and sent it to me. And normally I do a pre-sale. This time I didn't do a pre-sale because I didn't know how it was going to turn out because it was a new company for me. And they had just came in. And they're so cool. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I feel like I'm getting better and better at these pins. But I mean, they come in a little baggie like this. Now, I will not ship it in these baggies because while I was doing all of that, I decided to go ahead and add a card to it. So I went on Vistaprint and designed a card from scratch. And this is going to be the collection card. That's why if you saw on the board, they all had the same one. But if you look here, It says Wildwood Pin Collection. It's really hard to see because it's late, I'm sorry. And then Wildwood Video Archive. And then when I get a new pin and I go to sell them, which I sell on Etsy, I can put a link in the description so you can check it out. I'll throw them right on the card. And as you can see, it sits right there in the middle. Kind of cool, right? And to me, I like to make the packaging a lot of fun. So this year's packaging are pineapples. Yeah, let me show you. I'm not kidding with you. It really is pineapples. Last year I did flamingos. Christmas time, it was Santa Claus. The time before that, I think it was flamingos again. Look, nothing is more fun than you having a nice long day at work and you come home to sing a pineapple envelope filled with a Wildwood pin, right? Anyway, so that's how I do my pins. You guys have any questions, any comments? Feel free to write that in the comments section. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and as always, I'll see you on the beach. See you later. Oh, by the way, I don't know how many people actually stay to the very, very end of the video. But if you guys just saw, I put up a video of the 1960s Jackrabbit. And that's because lately I've been going on eBay and buying old film. I mean, this one says Wildwood 1961. I don't know if you can actually see that. And this one says Cape May. This one actually has, I just watched this one. This one has literally about 5 seconds of the concrete ship. But this one's a whole 17 minutes of Wildwood. I can't wait to digitize this one for you. I had to buy an old contraption. Seriously, this thing was made in 1965. Didn't even know I could buy it. I found this like on eBay for about like $15. And it looks like one of those things that you would joke about and say, oh yeah, this is like a reproduction, it's plastic. No, this is like the real deal, guys. It looks so fake, but it's real. What you do is you put a reel here and a reel here, you fish it through, and you play it. And when you play it, it shows up on a little screen here. It's all done by mirrors. That's right, it's not like a legitimate screen. It's done by mirrors so you can see what's on the film. And then if there's something you like, you can slice it and then glue them together with the glue, which is unfortunately dried out. But this is what I've been using to put the videos on for you guys. And then when I do find something I like, I have a digitizer. The werewolf, which is under there, I'm gonna take that out too, but that digitizes it in 720, and then we can color correct it and then stick it online for you guys. So my main reason why I want to show you this is because if you so happen to have any old reels, Super 8 and just regular 8mm, please send them my way. I would be glad to digitize them and only put online like the boardwalk stuff. I'm not going to put a picture of you guys jumping in the water, but if you have any, let me know. I appreciate it. I mean, this one was sent to me from California. Full one. Cool, right? This one's 61, this one's 72, and then that one I just uploaded the other day was 63. But hey, thank you guys for joining me, and that's a little extra bonus for those who actually stay to the end of the video. But if you did stay to the end of the video, comment below if you know anywhere that I can find some film. I went to all of the local thrift stores and even estate sales, and I'm still trying to get more. So if you guys have anything, please let me know. And as always, I'm gonna go. I'll see you guys on the beach. See ya.